Welcome back. Okay, it is Fun Friday, math students. And today in Fun Friday, this is a very unusual event in school. We are going to be playing with matches. So here's what you need for today. You can get matchsticks if you have them, but if you don't, it really doesn't matter. You could get toothpicks, you could get wire, paper clips, anything as long as they're all the same length. And you're going to need about 20 of them. So if you need to pause the video now and go get some materials, you could even cut up pieces of paper that were the same length that are just small little strips of paper. Okay, so pause the video and get what you need and then come on back to play with matches. Okay, so these are really fun puzzles. You may have seen them before. And what we do is we start off with a shape and then we have some kind of challenge to change the shape. And there are some rules that go along with it. So if my cameraman can come and step over my shoulder. For this first one, we are going to make a fish. And the fish goes like this. Okay, see our fish? I'll just make this a little bit neater. There he is. You can always pause the video if you need to catch up, but there is our fish. And the challenge that we have for this fish is to make it swim the other direction, and I can only move 6 of the matchsticks. So let's see here. What can I do? 6 matchsticks. I think there's 10 altogether, and I want this end to be pointing over there. Pause the video now and play around with it. See if you can figure out what to do, and then unpause it when you have an idea, or if you're ready for some help. Okay, so one thing that I noticed with this fish is that there's one place in this shape where there is some symmetry. And I know that with symmetry, it's going to look the same even if I change the direction of it. Can you see which part of the fish has some symmetry? If you look at just this part here, see that? So what that tells me is that I can leave that the way it is without moving anything. Okay, so there's a hint. If you want to pause again and see if you can figure it out with that hint, go ahead. And then come back when you think you're done, or if you want me to show you what to do next. Okay, 6 matchsticks I can move. I've already decided that I'm going to leave these ones there because they're symmetrical, so I know they can stay the same. All right, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my 6 matches that I'm going to move. Now, I know that this can now become the tail, and that the tail has to be closed off. So I'm going to do this. Okay, now I've got the back end of the fish, and I've got 4 matchsticks left. Can I make the rest of the fish with those 4 matchsticks? I think I can. Let's see. There it is. Okay, so there's the fish. And the next challenge is this shape here has a triangle, and then it has a trapezoid on the bottom. And the challenge here is to, by moving 3 matchsticks, instead of having a triangle with the trapezoid on the bottom, make one big trapezoid. Okay, so pause and do it if you think you can do it without, or come back when you're done or when you want a clue. Okay, so I can move 3, and I know I've got to move these 2 because I just want it to be one big trapezoid with no triangle on top. So I got to take those 2 that made the triangle. Now I've got a trapezoid and I've got 2 matchsticks left. What can I do with those to make this a larger trapezoid? Pause the video if you think you can do it now, and start again when you want to see what to do. Okay. I moved these 2. Now I'm going to straighten this one out. See how it was the end? I'm going to open that up and add it to the top. Now, if I put this one here, the base is now longer than the top. And I can use this one to close off the end. So there's my trapezoid. Okay, now this next one has a few triangles. We're going to make 3 triangles right next to each other. 1, 2, 3, and of course we got to put the bottoms on there. Okay, see my 3 triangles? And the challenge here, this one has actually a couple of challenges. The first one is, how can you move 3 matchsticks and turn 3 triangles into 4 triangles? So pause the video here and see what you think you should do. Now, I've got my 3 triangles. I want 4 and only 4, and I must move 3 matchsticks. So 3. I'm going to take these 3 and have those be the ones that I use to make it into 4. So one thing that I notice is that there's most of a triangle right in this space. It's just upside down and it doesn't have a base. So if I take one of my 3 and put that there, look at that. Now I've got 1, 2, 3 triangles, and I have 2 matchsticks left over. Now, if I take these and go like that, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. Anyone want to argue that there's actually more than 4 triangles there? What do you think? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could count the whole big one on the outside as a 5th triangle. Okay, now another challenge I have for you with this same arrangement, as we started out with the 3 triangles, is there a way to move only 2 matchsticks and make 4 triangles? What do you think? Pause it, try it, and then come back. Okay, what if we took this one and this one? Those are going to be my 2 matchsticks. What can I do with those to make 4 triangles? Pause it again if you want to try it. Okay, so what do I notice here? I've got this triangle and this triangle. And then upside down, I've got 2 more triangles, and all they need is bases. So I'm going to take those 2 matchsticks that I took off the end and put them there. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. Okay. Now, this last one, we are going to make an equation. So we are going to say, whoops, those are stuck together. 0, and we're going to make the 0 like this. You know, like those old digital clock kind of zeros. 0, and we're going to make it an addition problem. So we're going to take 2 matchsticks like that. And then we're going to say 0 plus 5 equals, I got to move everything over a little bit here. Zero plus 5 equals 3. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. Miss Williams, this is a math class, for goodness sake, and 0 plus 5 does not equal 3. Okay, you're right. But your challenge is to make this true, and you can only move 1 matchstick. What are you going to do? Pause the video and try some things out. 1 matchstick to make an equation that is true. Okay, there are 2 solutions to this. The first one, take this from the plus sign, now it's just a minus sign, and put it here. 8 minus 5 equals 3. That's the first solution. Okay, now I'm going to put this back. There is another way to make this true. Okay, ready? Take this one and switch it to the other side, and that 5 is now a 3. 0 plus 3 equals 3. And there you have it. Matchstick games. So there are a million of these. If you want to look online, I'm sure you can find some more. There are whole books full of them. So I hope this was fun. I also think it would be really cool to make some of your own. So see if you can make some of your own. If you want to send them to me via email or something, or a picture that your parents could send me, that would be really cool, and we can work on those ones next week. All right, you guys, have a great weekend. Bye.